Hello, friends, and welcome to the live stream. It is wonderful to have you all here. It's nice to be here as well. Yeah, I've missed streaming. It's been a little while since I did a stream, hasn't it? Yeah, but yeah, I thought it would be nice to just have a nice chill Thursday night in with the gang. Hey, welcome along. Cool, good. People can hear me. Nice. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Good to have you. Yeah, basically, I was supposed to go out with a mate of mine tonight, but he had to work late, so I was like, well, go on, let's have a cheeky stream instead. So yeah, welcome, everybody. Ollie says trans rights, big time. Certainly do. So if you've never been to one of the streams before, let me explain how things usually go down. We like to keep it cool. We like to keep it chill. We like to have a little bit of music. Oh, thank you. We've had our first super chat of the night. I was just about to say, if there are any super chats over the course of the evening, I will do my best to shout them out. And apologies if I miss any of them. But we've had our first one of the night, so thanks. Yeah, welcome along, everybody. Welcome, Lady Frankenstein. Good to have you here from the mod team. Yeah, people in the chat say that I have had a haircut. I did. I had one for the new video for reasons that you will see tomorrow morning, because the new video, Brexit, What is Democracy, comes out tomorrow morning at whatever time I wake up. I'll get up and have a cup of tea and then release the new video. So welcome along, everybody. We like to keep it cool, we like to keep it chill, we like the chat to be nice and cool, we like to have coloured lights and nice music, and we also like to start off the stream by lighting a candle. Like so. There we go, there's one. And then this one is special. This one's scented, but it's almost run out. Not sure it's going to work. Go on. Oh, I'm going to need another match. Don't go on. Oh. Here we go. This candle's almost run out, so it's been here a while. There we go. That smells nice as well. I'm not quite sure what the smell's supposed to be, but yeah, somebody left it here, and I just decided to appropriate that candle. Says Silent says, I hope you've recovered since the last stream. Yeah, I have. I'm not sick. I'm feeling strong and healthy and fit, and I'm doing much better. Thank you. I don't know what scent the candle is. I've no idea. It's just smells nice smell. But it's getting to that stage where it's almost out. It's almost like done. So it's just like burning loads. I actually I took the smoke detector out of my room just for the stream to stop the alarm going off in the middle of the stream, because it would very much disrupt the chill atmosphere we like to go for. We like to have flowers, as you can see over this shoulder. Yeah, so I thought we'd have a nice chill stream. There's some stuff that's come to the PO box, which I thought I could open. You can let me know whether you're hype for the video tomorrow, which, as I say, will come out whenever I wake up, probably sometime before 9 a.m. GMT, which is like 12 hours time. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much to Valo Sonthor for that super chat. Says, I'm currently preparing to make a proposal for a production of The Pillow Man. Hey, thanks for all the acting inspiration. And Comrade Garrett says, people on the subreddit I mod called me dad, and that makes you the granddad. I don't think I'm quite old enough to be a granddad. I got a message today from someone being like, I just watched your stuff from 2016. And how have you aged 11 years in 2 years? And I was like, well, it's been a hell of a 2 years, and I've grown a bit. Although tomorrow in the Brexit video, there is a short clip of a video that I made the week before the referendum. And I look so young and so different. So yeah, for those, don't worry, the candles behind me are all electric. It's all very safe and chill. That's what we like. We like it to be relaxed here. I guess the first thing we definitely need to do is that I have some questions from patrons that I need to answer. Those of you who do sponsor me on Patreon will know that if you're at a certain level, then you get to ask me a question, and I'll answer it on stream. So Philip Dore, thank you for being a fantastic patron, asked me for my top 5 anime. Okay, top 5 anime for me, in no particular order. I'm gonna say Dragon Ball Z, obviously, because you know I grew up on that. I was practically weaned on DBZ, and I'm gonna say Dragon Ball GT as well. Dragon Ball GT is like is to me what the prequel Star Wars films are to Harry. I will defend it, and I know it's bad, but I will defend it. I enjoyed it. It has leather trousers in it, which look great. I'm gonna again. It's more problematic faves. All my anime faves are like real chud choices. So I'm gonna go Tenchi Muyo Ryoki again because I was like, I don't know, like 14 when I started watching that, and didn't know any better. Then I'm gonna go with Kill La Kill. It's another problematic fave, and just to round off the problematic fave, the quintet, it's gonna be Attack on Titan. Yeah, I like chud anime. I like really bad, like problematic anime. I'm sorry, I've only watched bad anime. I don't watch good anime. I watch it because it's bad, and that's why I like it. I love it because it's trash. Thank you to Panakin Skywalker for that super chat as well. It says, Ollie, I'm just about to start making content on my channel, and I was wondering, what did you do to get your stuff out there in the beginning? I just made stuff, and it got out there itself. I sort of chatted with PBS Idea Channel a bit, who were a big channel at the time, who I really liked, and I still like. They don't make stuff anymore, but I kind of talked with them, and they gave me a bit, and I guess at the end of day one I had 100 subscribers. I guess because when I started, difficult as it is to believe, there was nobody making videos about philosophy on YouTube. Now you can fucking throw a stone in the woods and you'll hit 10 people like summarizing philosophy, which is why my own stuff has like had to evolve, because now there's like so many people doing it. But yeah, when I started, there was 3 Minute Philosophy, which was an animated series, and there were some recordings of lectures, but other than that, it was just me. Yeah. Somebody says, "Oh my God, are you in Contra's room?" Sadly not. No, this is my bedroom. Corey Campbell says, I need to set up a Patreon. I think you did good work. Thank you. Well, thank you, Corey. And Leftist Tech Support says, what mic do you use? This is a Rode Pro. I've got the box here, NT2A. So, yeah, that helps. Although I don't use this in the studio. When I'm in the studio, I use whatever Man Bros, who are the people who I do my filming with, whatever they use, which tends to vary. They have a boom mic, and thank you to CC for that as well. So yeah, those are my top 5 anime. Some people in the chats were surprised to hear about a Brexit video. Yeah, the next video, it comes out tomorrow morning. It's called Brexit: What is Democracy? It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be weird. Yeah. I won't spoil it, but I'm quite pleased with that, and it was quite difficult to write. It went through a lot of different versions, and I was even on my holiday like thinking about the script and like trying to get it right. But eventually it did come together quite well. I think I'm quite proud of how it's turned out. Rhiannon Self says, I've just subscribed recently, and your videos have been very helpful to format some of the stuff that you're working on. Oh, that's really cool. I'm glad they could help. I'm not going to murder your name by pronouncing it, but thank you. Says, new to the leftist scene and Marx is scary. Yeah, I guess. Like, just got to sort of plow through it. The first 200 pages of Das Kapital are pretty rough, and then it gets good after that. Favourite DBZ characters? It's got to be Vegeta. Every time. Cylian says, your love of PBS Idea Channel is a goddamn mood. Miss that channel so much. Yeah, me too. But I'm glad to know that Mike is still out there making cool stuff, because he's a nice guy. I've had the pleasure of meeting Mike a couple of times. Yeah. No booze for me, just juice. All right, why don't we open a letter? Here's one that's come to the PO box. If you didn't know, I had a PO box that was joint with H Bomber Guy. Harry's going to get his own now, so it's just my PO box. So yeah, why don't we open a cheeky letter? I don't know. Thank you, Joshua Hendricks, for that super chat. I don't know what's in any of these. So if they get weird or horny or sad, then that's just how the stream goes, and we all just have to roll with it. Yeah, this one has come from Australia. It's from Nadia. Nadia in Australia. Here we go. Oh my gosh, Nadia, this is... your writing is beautiful and very difficult to read, Nadia. To Messrs. Thorne and Guy, so I guess this is to me and Harry. I've recently dived headfirst into leftist YouTube and spent a few weeks catching up on a lot of politics and philosophy. I love H-Bomb's Sherlock is Garbage video. Yeah, a lot of people say that, actually. It was my entry drug and made me a better writer. Oh, cool. I'll pass all this on to Harry, by the way. The reason I write is because of my video on Steve Bannon. As an early career theatre maker, I've been feeling disillusioned with the power of art to actually affect change in this increasingly polarised and terrifying world. I keep watching that Bannon video, keep listening to that Hades Town cover. Oh, I'm really glad. That's awesome. Perhaps it's really difficult. I'm sorry. Perhaps the art won't change the world in and of itself, but as we've all learned recently, passivity to the arsonists is as dangerous as the matches. Yeah. Thank you for the encouragement, and thank you, Oliver, for the renewed inspiration. I've ordered a fresh copy of Max Frisch's play. Oh, that's awesome. As we say in my country, maintain the rage, from Nadia in Melbourne, Australia. Well, thank you very much, Nadia. Thank you for that. That's really good. Oh, Leftist Tech Support says, do you know anybody who could commission some channel art? I reached out to Scutch and never heard back. Scutch does my new headers and stuff is all Scutch. He's definitely the person I recommend. He's the best. Also, really nice. I've had drinks with Scutch in California at VidCon, and hope to again. I'm going to be at VidCon again this year. Yeah. So hopefully, if Scutch is going to be there, we can hang out, and hopefully other people too. Let's have another cheeky letter. Oh, this is another one it's from Costa Rica. It's another one with difficult handwriting. The PO box address is underneath. It should be in the description. Let me double check, but it definitely should be. Oh no, it's not. I will put it in later. Don't worry. Lesbian Jesus says, would you consider making a video about the Yellow Vest movement? I think it's kind of been done. It's not on my immediate list of videos to do. I've got the next two. Like, I know what the next two are going to be about. 3 if you count the Brexit one, which you haven't seen yet, but which is finished. But yeah. Yes. This one's from Costa Rica. Somebody says, do you use... Kalia Wilson says, do you use bisexual themed lighting on purpose? No, I just like it. I just like it. Pink's very good for the old skin. Okay, there's some like flowers in this, I think. So we've got some pressed flowers. It's quite fragile. Oh, it says, please don't read aloud. Okay. Well, I won't. I will put this aside and I will read it later. Thank you very much to, I want to say Beatrix, but it's people need to work on their handwriting. It's really beautiful and pretty, but like really difficult to read. But thank you. Will you do a video on environmental justice or the Flint water crisis? I'm privileged to work for the legal team, says Emily Michael. I'm not. Again, it's not on my immediate list, but I'm never gonna rule any of these out. There was another one sorry, I think I just missed one. When you visited New Zealand, did you see much on invasive species? Not really. No, sorry. Any tips for what to do in London? Some good pubs. Some good pubs. Oh, there's a really good chicken place to go to called Chick, as in Chick, Sours. Look at it. I Google it. Chicken Sours. They do. If you're absolutely like wrecked, it's a really good place to go. Their chicken sandwiches are like blah, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. This one is from. Who writes? Is this the same person just sending like really difficult? Or maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. 3 in a row is a pattern. Maybe my eyes are just rubbish. I'm getting old. I want to say Jack, but it's from Iowa. Here we go. I can't read letters and I can't open them. I shouldn't do mail really. Here we go. Okay. Turn the music down a little bit. Black Hat says, how long do these streams usually go on for? Yeah, like 90 minutes, 2 hours. Depends how we feel. I'm a little sleepy today, so we'll see how it goes. As long as we can keep it relaxed, you know. Silean says, you've mentioned a few times that you're doing a devil costume for a video. I am. I've actually I was doing makeup practice today. This is my 3rd full face of makeup that I'm wearing right now today. I did two practice. I did like a full look that I'm going for this, not the next video that you will see, but the one after that. And then I took it all off and like did it again to get better at it. And I was like, oh, I need to like, there was some things that I needed to do, and like other products I needed to get. Tippity Top says, planning on doing any talks soon. Yeah, I think there's a school in Oxford who've asked me to come down. It's very time consuming to do the talks, and it's a lot of work as well. To like prepare like an hour's worth of stuff. But yeah. Oh, hey, this handwriting's really neat. I was deceived by the envelope, but thank you very much to somebody who sent me this. Here we go. Dear Ollie, hi, my name's Jack. I'm a trans guy from Iowa City, Iowa. Cool. Ever since I started watching your videos last year, you very quickly become my favorite creator on YouTube. Thank you, Jack. In fact, because of you, I've grown to love philosophy so much that I just added it as my 2nd major at uni to go along with theatres. Thanks for that. Awesome. Obligatory thank you for the cosmonaut video. Oh, wow. Thanks, Jack. Thanks for telling me that. That's awesome, man. I don't know when you'll read this, but whenever you do, I hope you have a great day. Lots of love, Jack. P.S. I put some vintage stamps from Iowa on the envelope. I thought they were pretty cool. I hope you like them. Oh, cool. And maybe I don't think I can show that because it might end up showing my address, but thank you, Jack. That's really cool. Whoa, Jethro Q says I'm planning on getting a tattoo of the cosmonaut. Wow, that's really cool. Hey, Zoe Blades in the chat. Hi, Zoe. How's it going? Loved your latest, by the way. Daisy W says lots of love from another lesbian with a parasocial crush. Thank you to all the people. Thank you to all the people being kind about the way I look. Thanks. My skin is not going to thank me for all this makeup I've been wearing today. My skin's going to be like, it's going to melt. Tomorrow's video has music by there's a little bit of music from Zoe. I've like raided some of Zoe's back catalogue, but the main sort of theme of the video is done by Nina Richards, and she's done an amazing job. Hi Nina. Nina's here too. Awesome. Hi. Yeah, Nina's written a track called Destination Zero, which is like, it's so good. I'm really, really excited for it. I think it's brilliant. Yeah, I loved it. I do not have Instagram. Sorry. I do occasionally cameo on other people's, but, as some of you no doubt know. But Yeah. Somebody says, how do you prevent fatigue when you're working long hours? I don't. I just get tired. In your Patreon, you say that you want to give away your MA in philosophy. What is that? A love from a new patron from Catalonia, from Irina Transgirl. Cool. Yeah, my MA in philosophy is like my master's degree. I have a master's in philosophy. I started the channel almost 6 years ago, when I was still studying at uni, and that was my first master's. My first master's was philosophy. I did like a 4-year master's, so went in at undergrad, did 4 years, and got an MA, and then I did another master's in acting. So yeah. Here we go. Here's another one. It's from Neil in Germany. Very neat handwriting on the envelope. Hey, Thane Faye says, this is my first time I've caught the stream. Well, that's awesome. I'm really glad. Welcome along. Love to have first timers. What do I think of the School of Life? There's a running joke that every single person who asks me that is just a Landa Boitan. And the answer is that I have never seen one of their videos. Sorry. Okie dokie. It's a cosmonaut themed letter, so brace yourselves. Dear Cosmonaut, hope it's okay to address you like that. I wonder how many letters of these you've received by now. A lot. So I don't tend to read some of these out loud because they're a little... Oh, wow. Oh, God. Oh, that's great. That turned around. Oh. Jokes aside, I think you helped me quite a bit. Love, Neil. Cheers, Neil. You're a legend. Thank you. And there's another little bit here. It's a picture of a spaceman. This is a shopping centre, weirdly. It wasn't dark. The film I used was just really bad. Oh, this is you. Oh, cool. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Thank you, Neil. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Trans Cosmonaut Gang. I don't think you saw my last comment, but I'm willing to pay again just to let you know you're hot. Thank you, says Elijah P. And hey, thank you, PK Jamming as well. He says looking at grad school because of the show. That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, so it's quite a horny chat tonight. That happens sometimes. That's okay. Burnside128 says, it seems you have a very significant or just vocal section of your audience who's trans. Why do you think that is? I guess partly just because of like overlapping with Nat and us working together and appearing in each other's videos and stuff and tweeting at each other. So part of it, I'm sure, part of that wants to come over from Nat. Also, I do deliberately try to make the channel trans friendly and inclusive and like cite trans thinkers, which maybe does some of it. So about 4 years ago, my audience was like 95% male, and I made a deliberate decision to try and change that by just like citing more female thinkers on the show and like doing like more stuff that was like, because I pictured 2 school kids like watching it like a guy and then a girl, or like a non-binary person, and the guy being like, oh yeah, philosophy, like I could be a philosopher, because all the examples I was giving were male. And I was like, maybe I should try and correct that, because I want those other kids to be able to go, I could do this too. This is important to me. So I just sort of deliberately, started doing that, and it's kind of worked. My audience is now like 60% male and 40%. YouTube doesn't give me non-binary; it just gives me like male, female, rough approximations. Jude Lovelace says, Ollie made me realise I'm bi. Funnily enough, a few people have said that. Glad I could help, I guess. Brian Brecker, what form do you think socialism should take? Whatever works. Maybe we're not going to solve it tonight, Brian, but probably different, depending on the local circumstances, I suppose. Okay, so Liam or Lem says, confirmed this trans guy found you through Contra. Yeah, so I guess also my trans audience is always like freaking awesome as well. They're always really nice and supportive of my work, and in a really, really kind way. So try and make it a nice space for people, because God knows the world isn't always as nice as it should be to trans people. So if I can make one YouTube channel that is, then. Cliff Excellent says, Ollie, do you have any tips for facial hairstyling? Yeah. Yeah. I have a brush that my gran gave me this years ago. She's no longer with us, but it even has a, I don't know if you can see that, but she even had my name put on it. So yeah, get yourself a beard brush. We were just about to open another one, weren't we? Okay. So this is a card on top of sorry if that was loud. A couple more super chats coming in. Kevin Andrews, do you have any advice on how to affect real change in our community? You definitely know better than I would, Kevin. Yeah, try to be nice. And Achilles says, as a trans person, it's rare and refreshing to not just feel tolerated, but actually seen and valued. Well, I'm really glad. Yeah, in terms of super chats, sometimes people ask like questions that have like big answers on super chats, and I suppose I don't want anyone to feel like they're not getting their money's worth. But obviously, like quick fire stuff tends to be a little easier, and that's just kind of the format. It's just sort of the nature of the beast, I'm afraid. Hey, Joie de Vita, or Joia de Vita. Somebody de Vita, thank you anyway, says, hey from San Francisco, happy to catch another stream. Looking forward to your Brexit video. Yeah. It'll come out whenever I wake up tomorrow. This is a funny card. Check this out. It's a very musty man carrying a hedge. Dear Ollie, first off, I'd like to express my appreciation for you and your videos. I've been following you for about 6 months, and I love the aesthetic turn you've taken, especially on Steve Bannon. Well, I'm actually planning on at some stage in 2019, I will explain why the channel took that turn. But yeah, I'm glad you noticed. On the subject of Marxist analysis, I know you're less keen on getting books, but thought you might be interested in this one. It's a feminist and Marxist analysis of sex work written by sex workers for sex workers. Oh my god, perfect! I'm actually researching a video on sex work at the moment. It's not going to be the next one, but maybe at some point in the near future or in the medium-term future, I want to do a video on sex work because Riley Reyes got in touch with me on Twitter. She's an adult. In the UK, we would say adult actor because we don't have the word actress in the UK. But I think in America they still would say an adult actress. Regardless, she got in touch. She has quite a following. She also runs a sex worker advocacy group. She got in touch and was like, "I'm a big fan of your videos," and I was like, "Oh, cool! Like, that's awesome. Do you want to make a video? I've been wanting to make one on sex work for a while." And she was like, "Yeah, cool, perfect. I know the resources. I know who to put you in touch with." So if you've sent me a book on sex work, perfect. I've actually just ordered 2 more that are sitting down there, which are in my research pile. So yeah. This one time, Connor, it's okay to send me a book. Most of the time I say please don't send books to the PO box, so I just don't have anywhere to put them or time to read them. Yeah. If you do enjoy it, you might be interested to know that the Sex Workers Advocacy and Resistance Movement is having a 10-year anniversary conference in May in London. Oh, cool. That's not bad. Nice. Hugs and solidarity, Connor. Thanks, Connor. Let's see what the book is. Ignore this if it's in the Brexit video, but how much do you think a lack of knowledge on the Irish border plays into the opposition to the backstop? So the Brexit video doesn't get that into it takes a different direction, which you will see. Oh my god. Connor, it's really funny that you sent me this because I just ordered it. I just got it. This is why I say please don't send me books. But thanks, Connor. Now I have two. I have 2 copies of Revolting Prostitutes, which, yeah, and now I'm definitely going to read it. Thanks very much anyway, I appreciate it. Hyena Fan says it would be interesting if you did a video on asexuality. Again, it's not on my immediate to-do list, but I'm not going to rule any of these out. Emma Harmon says any recommendations of up-and-coming left tubers. Left tubers, no, but Laura Crone does really good video essays. She's got like less than 1,000 subs. She's just starting out. Lapjas Kitty says ever going to do a makeup tutorial? I did one a while ago. I did a stream a while ago that was a makeup tutorial, but there were a bunch of technical problems at the start, so it didn't end up getting archived. So maybe I can do it again at some stage. I mean, it's pretty easy. It takes like 10 minutes. I can just tell you now what I do. Yeah, what I'm wearing now is just primer, and then there's a little bit of mineral foundation. Moisturize first, then primer, a little bit of mineral foundation, concealer, and then a bit of shine powder, and that's it. It's just really real basic that I do for streams. Thank you for that, Famous Profits, as well. Thank you for that super chat. Thanks. Yes. So, thank you for that book. Thank you, Connor. Now I have 2 copies. I'm gonna have to give one away. Oh, which primer? The little grey one. It's. I'll get it. I'll get my makeup bag for you, and you can see. It is Neutrogena Shine Control. Basic, because I have quite shiny skin, so. And then foundation is Bare Minerals Essential, and you just have a big old one of these, swirl it around, tap it off, waff, done. And then, tip I've learned is make sure you do primer under your eyes, so because I often miss that and it gets like a little cakey. And then I've got, you can tell when I just started doing makeup, I was like, I'm still manly, so I got some concealer called For Men. Concealer for men. You want to go slightly lighter than your skin tone. And you get one of these boys, which is just a beauty blender. You put it under the tap and you squeeze it, so it's just a little damp. Then you put it on, and then you just dab it on anywhere where there's like something that you want to. Some people do like concealer all over. I generally don't. I just put it wherever it needs to go. So tonight, for instance, I actually have an enormous zit on my face, which you cannot see because I've covered it. I hope you can't see it. If you can, I apologise. And then I've got, again, For Men, because it's Shiny Face Gang, and it's just translucent shine powder. It comes in a little thing like this, and you just do a flump. You do some across here, and you do some down your nose, and then I sometimes have to do some around my eyes as well. And you just go flump, 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 and you put it on, and then you're ready to rock. Concealer for daddies. There you go. Makeup for daddies. And that's just kind of basic stuff that I do before a stream. And to be honest, like under normal lights, it doesn't look that good, but under these lights, yeah, it looks great. And if I were to do, when I do like a normal bit of a video where I'm not, so that the Brexit video tomorrow, I have a bit of like eyeliner and it's like, and I'm like pale. I used a paler kind of concealer to kind of give that haggard look and sort of under eyes eyeshadow as well. When I'm not doing like more elaborate makeup, like this is what I would do for a normal video. So if you go back and watch some of the stuff I did like 2 months ago, then you'll see just one I'm just wearing like normal plain face, and then the stuff I was practicing today is a lot more advanced, but I don't want to get you too hyped for the video that isn't the one that's about to come out. We'll save the other stuff for later. But yeah, I do have much more elaborate looks planned. Yeah, it's been fun. We've got a few more packages. D-Menti says, I'm sending all my anti-dysphoria weed money. Nice. Thank you very much. And Benjamin Hume, hey, you've been in the chat loads. I've seen you here before. Thanks for stopping by again, Benjamin Hume. Is it cheating if I predominantly use audiobooks? No, go ahead. I generally try. I find it difficult to listen to audiobooks because if the chapters are like an hour long, then I forget where I am. And I usually listen to audiobooks and podcasts in the gym. So if it's quite like intense and intellectual, I find it hard to focus because I was like trying to do gym stuff. So I listen to Ballin' Out Super and other podcasts in the gym. That's what I like to do. So this letter has space stuff written on the outside of it. So be warned, it's from Canada. Possible content warning here. We shall see. Nice big handwriting. Oh, hey, this is actually the second letter from Hannah Reese. Just wanted to write again to say a couple things. I'm glad you think my handwriting's good. My parents and every teacher I've ever had would disagree. What? Your handwriting's great. I can read it really clearly. Well, I think these are out of order. Okay, maybe I'll have to read this later because it's quite long and these pages are all out of order. But thank you, Hannah, for sending that. And hey, and for a little drawing as well. Hey, I like that. Thanks. Awesome. Somebody said earlier on, does going on testosterone change your skin? I don't know. I've been on it my whole life, so I don't have any basis of comparison. Maybe. Red Hall says, have you thought about doing a video on the Bible Belt? I never have. Sorry. Again, like, I'm never going to rule anything out as a video. There's hardly anything I need to do. Like, I'm just going to say no. I know that there are things that I'm, like, planning on. Hannah Reese's in the chat. No, I think that was me. I think I got the pages messed up, but I'll read it later. But thank you very much, and thank you for the drawing and the playlist as well. Junas Pastila says, have part of my welfare. Thank you. And Urine Taylor says, this channel made me hornier. Same. Join the club. So apparently people in the chat are saying that going on tea does make your skin oilier or can change your skin. I mean, I know that people going on estrogen changes their skin. So yeah, I would expect it to be that way. Leftist Tech Support says, I need an audio clip for a video. Yeah, if you want me to do stuff like that, like voice acting stuff, then email me. That's usually the best way. And if I have time, then I will try to get to it. Wait, does this have a return address? No. We are writing to inform you that we are holding parcels at our depot that we cannot deliver to you to the following reason. P.O. Box, full address required. Yours faithfully, the London East Caller's Office. Well, we will hold the parcel for 14 days from the date of this letter, which... January, February, March? Yeah. Alright, cool. Well, that can't be right. Because somebody even, like, handwritten... There's something weird about that. Oh, well. Apologies if somebody's tried to send me a parcel that's now never going to get through. Why don't we try a different one instead? We've got two more. We've got this envelope which says, do not bend. It's addressed to Ollie and Harris. Somebody says, is it difficult to research your videos? Yeah, a little. It's a lot, you know. It's a lot of work. Not the Brexit one, but the one after is like a lot of... I've got like 30 pages of like research in a big Google Doc. Okay, let's see what we have here. Oh, okay, so this is to... so there's a letter here for Harry, which I won't read. So I think this is actually mainly for Harry. Oh, okay. So yeah, all right. Okay, so this is, I think, a collection of letters which somebody's put together from trans people, including somebody who's 6 months into their transition. So I think this is a collection of letters which I'll pass on to Harry, and I won't read that out because those are clearly meant for him. Yeah, that's clearly a special thing. Hyena Fan says, are you still maybe going to do the anti-Semitism video? Yeah, it's not on the immediate list, but at some point I'd like to. The next two or three are planned out. There's a big parcel here. This is the last thing. The next two are planned out. I need to do Cosmonaut Part 2 at some stage. Yeah, that's going to be difficult to do, although I did recently sort of take a leap with it. I was like, ooh, I could do that. I could do it in this way, and then that might be more interesting. So yeah. I kind of know what the next couple are going to be. Somebody says, how do you know when you've done enough research? Usually I just cut myself off. I'm like, I've done enough. I need to like actually write a video now, or I've kind of know roughly where I'm going to go with it. So the one that I'm working on now, not the one coming out tomorrow morning, but the one after, is I've done a lot of research on it. It covers a lot of very disparate areas, and I'm going to try and sit down soon and write a script. I've been getting the costumes ready and the look ready, and I think I know roughly where I'm going to go with it, like where I'm going to explore, and the script will sort of find itself. Sometimes I try and sit down and write a script and it ends up being something totally different, or the scripts change at the last minute. So the Steve Bannon one, originally it was going to be the whole video, and then the arsonist monologue was just going to be one big chunk at the end. And literally the day before filming, I was like, oh, no, I'm going to chop it all up and put it in. So I kind of rejigged it, and so distributed it throughout. So sometimes it really, really changes. My boyfriend thinks you're hot. Please say hi to Lucas. Hey, Lucas. How's it going, man? How do you... Scaledro Man says, how do you manage your gym life balance while still retaining your daddy aesthetic? I just go to the gym 5 times a week and usually go in the afternoons. So if I don't go for a couple of days, I start to get antsy. I have good motivation too, as well, I suppose. By the way, Scaledro Man, not the Brexit video, but the one after is the one that you've been waiting for. It's going to at least have one big section on meta ethics. I'm not going to promise it, because maybe when I write the script it'll not work. But I'm going to try and make the video coming after the Brexit one the one that you've been waiting for. So I know you've been really wanting a one on technical meta ethics, so it's just for you. The Great Burstock says the Steve Bannon video is one of my favourite things on the web. Wow, thanks. That's cool of you. I really appreciate you saying that. And Kia Cook says Bannon really got me into You, which got me into Natalie, which got me into H-Bomb. Whoa, okay. That's interesting. Usually people go the other way, but I'm glad. Nice. And IW says your older content tended to be more lecture-like. Recently, you're moving to more theatrical stuff. Was the old stuff creatively limiting? Yes. And in Cosmonaut Part 2, I will explain why that shift in content happened. Thyra says, Ollie, do you miss Newcastle? Yeah, I do. It's too hot in London. It's too hot, and it's too expensive and too crowded. I miss the north. Here we go. Last package of the night. Most underrated Shakespeare play, I say Coriolanus. Coriolanus is a solid one. Originally, the Brexit video was going to have a lot of Coriolanus in, because that monologue about "I banish you" is like, I was like, ooh, that's Brexit. But then I was like, nah, I can do better. Okay, here we go. Some people seem surprised. Yes, there's going to be a Cosmonaut Part 2. Well, I'm not going to promise it, but I'd like that to be. Rebobness says, Ollie, long-time viewer, first-time super chatter. I often watch Left Tube whilst working on cam. Oh, cool. I hope don't put you off. Very excited for your video on sex workers. Hey, well, I'm glad. I'll try and do it justice, especially if people are going to be watching it on cam. Like, let's see. We've got one letter here for Harry, one for me, and a book for me, and a game for Harry, which I won't spoil for him. I'll put this all in an envelope. By the way, don't send me stuff for Harry anymore. Don't do it anymore. I assume these are left over, but I'm from now on. If any more stuff arrives for Harry, I'm just gonna keep it. I'll throw it out because I can't keep going to the post office every day and sending him his mail. It's ridiculous. But here is a letter for me. It's another Cosmonaut one, so maybe I won't read all of it out. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, me too. Thanks, Robin. Thank you. And some stickers here. Thanks. I'm going to put them on my laptop case along with my I've got my laptop here. I've got a Trans Rights Now and Bilbo the Cat and the YouTube logo, and I can put some of these on as well. So thank you, Robin. And here's a copy of Animal Farm, which I read in school. I absolutely hated this book. Maybe you'll get more out of it than I did. Thank you. I'll put that in my pile, which is here. Oh, and also a candle. Thank you, especially since this one's about to run out. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to do Cosmonaut Part 2. Yeah, I still like to do it. It's gone through a couple of different iterations in my head. Yeah, I just like to do it. It's gonna be difficult to do a follow-up to a video that like meant a lot to people. Maybe I'll do a video that's like appears to be somewhat unconnected, but like if you know the Cosmonaut video, then you will know that it's part 2. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. We'll see. We'll see. John Dinsmore says, "Do you think the Green Left critique of consumption can be reconciled with the vision of universal luxury?" This is another one of those big super chat questions. Probably depends how you mean luxury. But yeah, I hope so. Okay, so we've been going just under an hour, and things are pretty chill. We've gotten through all the questions and all the packages, so I'll probably hang out for another 15-20 minutes. You know, we'll have a chill time. We're not gonna make it too intense tonight. I might go out and have a cup of tea and play some Breath of the Wild. Dizzy Scarlet, I'm glad that the last stream was on a day that meant a lot to you. And Rhiannon Self, you're very welcome for the Cosmonaut video. Hi, Cameron and Alex. Do I have any advice for an American moving to the UK next year? Not really. Yeah, who knows what the UK will be next year? We will find out. Benjamin Hume says, "I loved your Godot video. As an aspiring writer, it made me feel like philosophical fiction will never be as visceral again." Well, you know, remember that we consider it to be visceral with the passage of time. You know, we approach Waiting for Godot now, knowing that it has been very influential for a long time. So, how long did it take to write Cosmonaut Part 1? Says Nat Barrett. Months. It was very painful. Part 2, I think. I think it's actually probably going to be more fun. Somebody says stream Breath of the Wild. No, I won't, because it makes me very frustrated because the game is a cheat. no, I'm not very good at it and I just keep dying. So it would be very frustrating to watch me play Breath of the Wild, because it would just be like, oh my god, you're so bad. Yeah. But I have some cool armor. I've got Phantom Ganon's armor because I got the DLC. So yeah, I'm enjoying running around looking very evil. Sunflower Socialist is question on tea, milk in first or second. I put it in first and have been told that I am damned to the darkest circle of hell forever for doing that. So whatever. That's how I roll, I'm afraid. Also, I don't have the technology or the ability to stream Breath of the Wild, I don't think. Yeah. Phantom Gammon. Graham Linehan's actually the final boss of Breath of the Wild. Nice. So yeah, I guess we could talk. So some people in the chat and some people in the letters have mentioned the video I did on split mind. Split mind theory, which was called "Why Do I Hate My Space Self?" So I regard that as like the real Cosmonaut Part 1 is that video, and then I see it as like in my head it's like a mental health trilogy. There's that one, Why Do I Hate Myself, and then there's the Cosmonaut video, and then there is whatever Cosmonaut Part 2 is going to be, whatever it is. Who knows? Well, I know what the theme of it will be. But yeah, I regard that as really the prequel to Cosmonaut. Yeah, and it's very interesting going back to that video now, and I didn't go back to the Cosmonaut video now as well. I guess something that it's always interesting because people kind of find the Cosmonaut video anew every day, and I think get the impression that that's still like something that I struggle with. But actually, you know, things have changed a lot in my life since I made that video, and things are better, like hugely. So that's interesting. Yeah, maybe I should mention that when I do part 2, whatever form that will take. Yes, people say the Mr. Not Good Enough metaphor was very touching and relatable. I'm glad. Again, that's something that I have learned a lot about since then. So, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it'll be difficult to do a follow-up to that, but I want to get around to it. It would be nice because the topic is something I think probably I'll do a video about something else that people then realize is Cosmonaut Part 2. And then that particular topic, I've never seen anyone really tackle. So we shall see. In the meantime, though, I don't want to get people hyped for videos that I haven't even considered, making decent notes towards yet. Tomorrow morning at o'clock, whenever I wake up and have a cup of tea, I will release the next video. Brexit, what is democracy? It's got some strong looks. It's got some weirdness. It's got some big time weirdness. But I'm pretty happy with it. It's got some really damn good music in it, courtesy of Nina. So yeah, tomorrow morning at AM GMT, it'll come out. Couple of super chats coming in. Ollie, do you answer fan emails? I answer some of them. I don't have time to answer them all, but I do read everything that gets sent to me. So if you've sent me an email, I have definitely read it, or will read it, but I don't always have time to answer them all. I'm sorry. I don't even have time to answer all the business emails I get. Every morning I open it. I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay, there's a lot. Proper Noun says, would you consider having a conversation with a former Jordan B. Peterson fan? Yeah, I mean, if you buy the pints, like, yeah. Yeah. Is the video tomorrow horny? Is it horny? Not really. I deliberately tried to design the main look to be not sexy. I was like, I'm gonna go like proper trash boy, like ripped up suit and stuff. I think I kind of like I messed it up and inadvertently made it sexy. Because I did the look and I got into costume and makeup and I took a picture of it and I sent it to somebody and was like, this is the look I'm going for, and they were like, you look really hot, like get over here. And I was like, man, I wish I could. I have to shoot this video, and also I deliberately tried to make this like not sexy and have failed. And then the only other person who saw it that day was Tim, who does my camera work, and he was just like, that's sexy. And I was like, damn it. I failed. How long is tomorrow's video? It's like, I think like 40 minutes on the button. Yeah, I'm not going to do a premiere. Yeah, it's just going to come out, and then I'm probably going to try and take the rest of the day off. Knowing me, I'll fail and take about 2 hours off and then get back to work. Tomorrow's Friday, right? Take a look at my diary. I don't think I've got anything planned tomorrow. No, I don't. So I'm going to try and take the day off. Go to the gym. That'd be nice. But hey, there's 2 looks in tomorrow's video. One of them is the one I tried to not be sexy and apparently failed. And the other one is it's not sexy. It's like science. So hopefully, well, maybe not hopefully. If people want to make it sexy, then fine. But then the video after the one that's going to come out, not tomorrow, but the one I'm working on at the moment. I've gone big time. I've leaned big time into the haunt, at least with a look. So, Tara Robinson says, "I've never seen a thirstier chat than this." This is like, in terms of like how thirsty this chat can sometimes get, we're on like a 5 out of 10 right now. Like, yeah, sometimes we do it on Friday night, and it's like, yeah. Scott Peters says, "Have you ever considered making a video on PragerU?" It's kind of been done. Sean did a great one on PragerU. That's one of my favorite videos of Sean's, actually, especially that stuff with like Flower Corp at the end. It's really good. It's been done. I think it's been done. I don't have anything new to add there other than go and watch Sean's video. I guess like there are some topics like Jordan Peterson and stuff where it's kind of been done. Yeah, so I don't really have anything to add. Yeah, Mr. Counter says PragerU's low hanging fruit. I don't know if it's low hanging fruit because it does still get a lot of views and stuff. But I don't think I'm ever going to sit down and make a video about PragerU like this. It's like titled PragerU. Maybe I'll like mention it somewhere, but I don't think I'm going to sit down and make it because Sean's done it. It's good. Sean's done it well and pretty thoroughly. So. Apparently Sean has another one about PragerU coming out. Okay, cool. So there you go. Somebody says you've ever been to Milton Keynes. I think I have. I think I auditioned in Milton Keynes once. I don't remember what for, but... Bob Johnson says, what's the most mind-blowing book you've ever read? I don't know. Falcone Chef's Toward a Political Philosophy of Race is one of the only books where I've ever finished it and then immediately read it again. Just literally straight back to the front page. So that was good. Yeah. There you go. Somebody says go on Chapo again. You gotta ask them, not me. I don't have power of Chapo. I don't have the power to do that. I'm gonna be on a new podcast, which I probably shouldn't mention, but I won't give you the details. But there's a creator, musician actually, who I've followed since I was a teenager, who's putting together a new podcast about creativity, who's coming to interview me on Sunday for that. And I was like, okay. He just emailed me out of nowhere. He was like, hey, you probably have never heard of me, but I really like your work. And I was like, I love your work. Just as a teenager, hell yeah, I'll be on your podcast. Come on over. Brilliant. Yeah. So that'd be cool. Kaye Nalo says, if you consider doing a video on fat phobia, probably not just about it, but I did a video on healthcare a while ago, which touched on it a little bit and drew heavily on Helen Sugar, who's a writer who writes about fat phobia, whose work I've drawn on. So yeah. Chapo, go on, Ollie. Yeah, come on the stream, cowards. Dylan Pearson, the book was by an author called Falcone Chef, and it is called Toward a Political Philosophy of Race. It's real good. It's quite technical, it's quite dense, but it's real good. Have I ever looked at Carl Jung? Not on the show. I've looked at a little bit of Jung. I'm very ignorant of Jung, but it kind of seems like... So what's the difference between saying there's a collective unconscious and that just being the reification of you subjectively noticing similarities between things? So if I say there's these two characters in a story and they're both mothers, what's the difference? What is Jung bringing to the table? So I'm going to say there's these two characters and they're both mothers, and I noticed some similarities between them. And it seems to me like Jung is saying, oh, that's because they are archetypes of the mother character who is part of the collective unconscious. And I'm like, well, in that case, you need to prove that exists. Otherwise I'm just going to Occam's razor it out and be like, well, no, actually, it's just me subjectively noticing similarities between things, but I might not have noticed that, or I might or really, if you look hard enough, anything is similar to anything. So yeah, I'm just a lot of Jung. Again, I'm entirely ignorant. Have not read much. I can't even remember if I've read any Jung, but just from what I picked up here and there, he's probably addressed this. I'm sure he has somewhere. But my immediate question on just getting a very surface level impression of Jung is okay, how do you get around the problem of just Occam's razoring a lot of this out? Just snip, 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 Sweeney Todd, yeah. But I'm sure that proper Jung scholars have thought about that. I'm not a proper Jung scholar at all. Emily Dainzer says, I gotta go to work now, but I can't wait for your Brexit video tomorrow. Well, cool, yeah. As I say, as soon as I wake up and have a cup of tea, it'll come out. And I tend to wake up very early, so last few days I've been up at 6 a.m. So how are your feelings towards people's reactions about your video tomorrow? I mean, I haven't had them yet, so no. A few of my patrons have seen the video tomorrow and have generally reacted positively. Have only reacted positively, in fact. But then they're my patrons, so you'd expect them to kind of be on board. Ori Coriander says, do you read any fiction? Yeah, Sometimes, not as often as I like to, because most of the stuff I read is like research for the show, so it tends to be non-fiction. But no, I do sometimes. I've just finished, like, the day before yesterday. I finished 12 Rules for Life. Finally, I slogged through it. It's long. It's quite long and dense. But I've now finished reading Jordan Peterson's book. Nobody can say I haven't read it. I have read every single word of it. There's like highlights and like notes on every page. I have definitely read 12 Rules for Life, and now I'm looking forward to reading something hopefully a little better. I thought maybe maybe it would be a good idea to do like a live stream where I like go through each chapter and my notes on it, just so that people can have that resource to come back to. Because I don't think I'm going to do... Well, maybe I'm going to rule it out. We'll see. Maybe that would be a fun way of going through like the text and trying to give it a real fair shake. Hey, Jeremy Hammond's in the fucking chat. Nice. Get in, mate. Come on the stream, you coward. Good to have you here, pal. Hope the Eco Crisis march is going well. My diet's going reasonably well, but it's difficult. Comrade Garrett says, somebody asked about Douglas Hofstad. Please talk about it. I've done an ad. I'm not entirely familiar with that. Have I heard of the musical Come From Away? I have not. Sorry. But yeah, Jeremy, welcome. Good to have you here. For those of you who don't know, Jeremy the Hambone Hammond, Jeremy College J-Dog Hammond is the host of Ballin' Out Super, which is one of my favourite podcasts, which I like to listen to in the gym or just on the go or while I'm cooking. Anywhere where good podcasts are heard. It's America's #1 leftist anime podcast. And I've been on it twice. And let's go for 3, Jeremy. Maybe give it a bit. People are probably sick of me by now. But yeah. That'd be cool. People want me to do a Peterson video. I know it would do well as well. Maybe, I think I think the video after the Brexit one will have probably a decent slice of Peterson in it. There'll be like a good chunk of JP. Maggot 50,000 says, I rewatched YouTube Art or Reality the other day. It's one of the most entertaining videos you've ever made. I'm really glad you like that. That was a fun experiment in form. That was really good fun. Have I read Ian M. Banks? No, I'm afraid not. I have not. Sorry. This is just me reading the chat now because we've run out of packages and stuff to open. I'd make Jeremy admin. Yeah, okay, cool, man. How do I can't for some reason. For some reason it won't give me the option to make you a mod. Sorry, dude. Otherwise I would make you a mod immediately, but I'll try and do it later. Cool. So I'll probably hang out for another 5 or 10 minutes. Sorry, Jeremy, I'm just about to get on my way. And then go and have a cup of tea. Marxist Unit says, Ollie, will you ever announce your exact political leaning? No. Not a fool. Zoe B says, do you have any favourite poets? Yes, Carly Brown. She's one of the best slam poets in the world. She's also really nice and a good friend of mine. So yeah. Also, Hannah Raymond Cox is a great slam poet on the London scene. She's a friend of mine from uni as well, so I'm very biased. I'm just recommending all my friends. Yeah, those are my favourite poets. Ollie, can you dance? Well enough for the odd show, but not a whole lot. Did you ever have an edgy phase? Yeah. I did. Jeremy and the other hosts of Ballin' Out are going to be furious with me for this, but I was an army cadet for 5 years. I nearly joined the army. I nearly became a fucking troop, Jezza. I know. I was from 13 to 18. I was an army cadet. So I guess that was kind of my edgy phase. I was a bit of an edgy teen. How do I feel about the upcoming Zizek versus Peterson debate? I think I'm not going to watch it. I think they have like completely different and incompatible definitions for what ideology is. So I think there's going to be a lot of talking past each other. But Ollie, are you a good singer? Says D Menti. You tell me. I released last song I did. I released it as a separate video, so you can you can get it separately. The cover of Why We Build the Wall is you can just get it separately. It's available now. But yeah. First name, last name says, I read a climate change paper today and think it could lead to an interesting video. Thoughts? Yeah, it seems like I'm getting a lot of these questions. I was like, will you ever do a video about X? Because the one thing people want is for you to make the videos that they want you to make. So maybe. That's my answer all the time now. It's going to be maybe. Maybe I'll do a video on that. Maybe I won't. Probably I'll end up making the videos that I just want to make and I'm curious about. Although, in fairness, I wasn't going to make one on Brexit, and then I was like, I probably should, and I sat down and sort of made myself do it. And then after about half an hour, I was like, oh, actually, no, like, this is really interesting. I can follow the thread. And then that's the Brexit video comes out tomorrow morning. So, Benjamin Hume says, would you ever host Crash Course Philosophy with Hank? I'll ask him next time I see him. I met Hank on Valentine's Day, weirdly. I was in YouTube Space London, and he just walked in the door and was like, Ollie, and gave me a hug. I was like, hey, dude, like, we've never met. Good to meet you. But I've, like, met his brother and his sister-in-law and stuff. So, yeah, it was cool to finally meet him. I'm sure I'll see him again in VidCon. Yeah, that'll be good. I'm sure he'll be around at VidCon in LA. So yeah, and I'll be at VidCon LA this year. I don't know if I'll have a ticket or what, but I'll definitely be around. And I'm pretty sure Harry's going. I know Lindsay's going. I'm pretty sure Nat's going as well. I know Nat's going. So yeah, we'll definitely at least all get like a photo together or something. We'll go to Disneyland. Do you get on better with Hank or John? I haven't really like properly hung out socially with John. I've had like a couple of drinks with Hank and other people, but yeah. Jeremy says, "Talk about trains, you coward. They're all shit in the UK, mate. You'd hate it. All the trains are shit." But Alan Plum says trans rights, and I agree. First time catching a stream, hopefully not too reaching. Could you do a quick fire top 3 reasons to study philosophy? Actually, I can't do that quickly. I have a whole talk about why philosophy is relevant, which I do sometimes when I go to schools and stuff. But yeah, I do have an answer to that, but I can't do it quickly. I'm sorry. Basically, it's very important for the world that people study philosophy, and it's good. People. So Jeremy, for those who don't know, those who don't listen to the podcast, Jeremy's big into trains, which I don't think you've ever explained, but like, okay, cool, man. Mixed Dummy Dimmock says, would you ever do a how to be a daddy tutorial? Probably not. I was considering doing a video on beauty and which would like address hide things, which would address the daddy thing, but I know that somebody else is working on a video about beauty, which will probably end up being better, and which will probably end up drawing on a lot of similar sources, because I actually lent that person a book about beauty, and then they were like, oh yeah, I want to do a video about beauty, so I was like, okay, cool. So probably someone else is going to beat me to that and do it better, but that's fine, you know, I'll do a video about something else. For those who haven't seen it, by the way, The Things made the last stream I did into a YouTube poop, which I've seen and is brilliant. I love it. Thank you so much. Jonah Torba says, would you come and speak at any US universities? Yeah, I mean, like, get your university to pay for the flights and I'll come to it. Like, I can't afford to just rock up, unfortunately. I wish I could, but the book about beauty, somebody asked Gabriel, was Heather Widow's Perfect Me, Beauty as an Ethical Ideal, I think was the title of it. It was really good. It was really nice. Somebody says, what music are you listening to? It's just a playlist of royalty-free synthwave. I think probably after this song's over, I'll put on the music that we like to end on. The 2 songs by Zoe Blade that we like to end on. PGT says, would you ever talk at the Oxford Union? yeah, maybe if they'd ask. Again, if you're paying for the train tickets, like, I can't afford to just rock up, I'm afraid. I just want to give a shout out to the person whose name is Rusty Shackelford. I understood that reference and it's hilarious. Oh man, I used to love King of the Hill. Dallas. Nice. Seventh Degree says, would you ever do a video on how cute my dog is? No. That's the only one I'm going to rule out. Jeremy says, Zoe Blade make music for Ballin' Out. I mean, you could. I mean, Ballin' Out tends to have a bit more like big chaos energy. Zoe's more like chill or creepy, with the big old synths. I mean, you know, Zoe's an artist of incredible range and caliber, so I'm sure she could. Yeah, but I like the kind of the trash metal jingles that Ballin' Out Super has. It's great. The theme song to Ballin' Out Good Times, I love it. It's dynamite. Somebody says, what are 2 things that you're excited about right now? I'm excited about the video coming out tomorrow. That's cool. And I'm excited about something else, which I can't tell you. But yeah, I'm excited about that. There's gonna be. I mean, you will find out about it, but like I can't talk about it. Like, yeah. There's 2 things I'm excited about. One of them is a video, and the other one is also a video. But yeah, I can't talk about it. Anthony Haar says, "What did you have to do to develop your American accent?" I trained with an accent coach at drama school. It's probably a little bit rusty now, because I haven't done it in a while. But yeah. Okie dokie. Oh, so I guess the thing that I'm excited about is to do with the channel, but I just can't tell you about it just yet because it's a surprise. So I'm now looking up the music we like to end on, which is from Zoe's album Hello Calm. Cool. Now my dog is crying. Look what you've done. Dogs can cry. I'd never had a dog. I miss long hair, Ollie. Don't worry. In the video tomorrow, you'll get long hair and short hair. I deliberately, there's one like trash boy, like stubble aesthetic, and there's one like clean cut. I went and got a haircut the other day, and they're always a little too brutal with the haircut. It always looks good like 2 weeks after I get it cut, because I go to a Turkish barber and they're always a little vicious. But yeah. Okie dokie. So we're probably in like the last 5 minutes of the stream. Oh, somebody says, "Where's the Folsom Prison Blues full parody cover?" Oh, I forgot about. I forgot I did like an a cappella version of Folsom Prison Blues. That was back at the start of me wanting to do music at the end of the videos, and I was just experimenting. I did a cappella for a couple, and it was terrible. And then I got actual good music because I met Zoe and Nina in Brighton. We went out and had pints together, which was a really fun night, by the way. You two, I know you're watching. Well, that was a really great night. Yeah, we went out for pints. That was good times. And then I hired Zoe and Nina to do my music too. So it was good. Do you have any advice for someone wanting to start a video essay YouTube channel? Yeah, go watch Laura Crone. I've said this before. She's just starting out. She's got less than 1,000 subs. Yeah, her stuff it's like low. It's kind of, it's on a budget. Production values are like pretty standard to start out with. But she writes really well. She has really good writing. She knows how to structure a script for a video essay really, really well, which I really like. She's great. So if you want to know, because if you watch somebody like Laura Crone, Laura Crone, so if you want to like get an idea of how to make like a really good video essay, you can watch people like Nat and Lindsay and Dan, who can like show you like what is possible. But probably it'd be more helpful to watch somebody who's just starting out, who's like just a couple of steps ahead of where you're at. So if you wanna start out making video essays, go watch Laura Crone, because she's doing like really cool stuff. It's like basic and it's stripped back, but it's well written, and it'll show you like how to focus on making good content, and the rest will come when you've got a bit more money and you can up the production values. Okie dokie, we're now into our last song of the night. Which is Zoe's Walking in the Rain, which I love. Crone, Crone, like, you know, like an old crone. Which she's not. But, yeah, that's just her name. Yeah, there you go. Go check her out, she's good. Alright. I'm actually a patron of Laura's now, I think. Because she's got good potential. I actually met her at VidCon last year, which is going to be fun. It's going to be good. She's going to get loads of subs now, yeah. She's going to freak out. Last time I gave her a shout out, she got like a few hundred extra, so yeah, if you like. Your background looks like a ContraPoints vid. This is just my room. This is just what my room looks like now. I used to live in a very Spartan white cube, and then went through a big change and decided to decorate my place a little more. So. I love this music. It's really good, Zoe. That was a great night in Brighton. We got pretty freaking wrecked, actually. Yeah, I went out with Zoe and Nina in Brighton, and yeah, we just got very drunk. We went to like 3 different bars and had a lot of cocktails that were really nice. It was a really, really nice evening. Oh yeah, the oil painting, which arrived on the last stream, Botticelli's Birth of Venus. Yeah, it was good. Some people I saw in the chat earlier on were saying that I look like I'm wearing guy liner. I'm not wearing any deliberately at the moment, but I was wearing a lot earlier on today, so I may have just not managed to get it all off. I was doing some makeup practice earlier today for a future video, and yeah, there's like a lot of eyeliner involved, so I might not have managed to get it all off. Answer my question, you wee English fella, says Hayden Hancock. I haven't you asked one, but it's now time to go, I'm afraid. Okie dokie. Well, thank you everybody for coming along for the stream. It's been a pleasure, very relaxing. I'm glad that it's been fun. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. And tomorrow morning, Sally Versace says daddy liner. Tomorrow morning, the Brexit video will come out. Tomorrow morning GMT, which will probably be in like less than 12 hours because I'm usually up very early. So I will bring it out tomorrow morning, and yeah, you can see the thirst. All right, take her easy. Good night, everybody.